Today's sermon is People Suck. So, do you know this song? You know this Limp Bizkit song, Break Stuff? It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up and everything's effed and everybody sucks and you don't really know why, but you just want to justify ripping somebody's head off. You know that? Just one of those days. Your best bet is stay away. You know it. I had one of those days, I don't know, Friday or Saturday. Just one of those days. And I blame it, I think, on Reddit. I came across this article. It was like 3 articles. Arizona dad distracted by PlayStation as daughter, age 2, died inside her hot car at a 109-degree day. Now, this happens. Sorry to say, this happens. It was something I was always worried about when I was, Ethan. It is a great workout song, isn't it? Just one of those days. So good. So good. And it's easy to get distracted. I think we all have attention deficit. I think we all have it. And so like, and those were the comments. But let's read some of like what it says here. Christopher Schatz told police he arrived home at the Tucson suburb of Moran around 2:30 a.m., parked the car because the garage was clogged with exercise equipment, because why? Yes. He said he forgot the girl was still in the car before his wife came home at 4. That's an hour and a half and made the horrific discovery, but surveillance video reviewed police. He arrived outside the house shortly after 12:30. So he lies. He lies to the police. Okay? This guy is not just distracted. He's self-absorbed. Okay? And then Happy Threatening goes on to say it. Says, yeah, the fact that he lied about the timing makes it worse, in my opinion. I've read plenty of articles about parents in similar situations. Their first reactions were horror and anguish about their terrible mistakes, not covering up their own asses like this fool. And then you go on to find out that apparently the wife, this has happened before. That his wife is like, you left her in the car again? And then I came to this one. Bangladeshi police seen breaking in the hostel of high school schoolers and kidnapping kids at 3 a.m. These high schoolers, which I guess in high school in Bangladesh is older, 18 to 20, were protesting against the quota system during the day. So here's the deal. And this guy, Team Valdez, in 1971, that's the year I was born, 50 some years ago, Bangladesh fought against Pakistan for our liberation. We won, and those who fought were called freedom fighters. All descendants of freedom fighters have a quota where they can easily get jobs. Descendants. Okay? This is messed up because the dumb F people get jobs, not to mention people bribe their way into getting quotas, and the true intellectuals don't get the jobs. So it's like my dad was a freedom fighter in 1971, let's say, and my kid gets a job because his grandfather was a freedom fighter. My kid didn't have to prove anything, didn't have to do anything, just gets a job. And these people, these high schoolers who, again, older than our high schoolers, 18 to 20, it's just what they do over there, are protesting this quota system because it sucks. And the police just kidnap them. Just take them. Who incidentally, are the descendants of the freedom fighters. The police get the cushy jobs. It's just one of those days. And then this last one. Texans have been attacking and threatening linemen that are helping to restore Texas power. Texans are upset because they don't have power. Okay, that's upsetting. It's hot. It's Texas. And so what do? They attack the linemen, the people who are trying to get their power back on. It just put me in a bad mindset. I'm like, the world sucks. The world sucks. The world is a vampire. I get into these mindsets where I'm like, just burn it all down. I just can't take people. And it's not even those people that really irritate me. It's the people who start going around throwing shade at other people. Those are the people that irritate me the most. As I see it about homeless people, like a whole week, I put up a picture over on Nextdoor about this guy who scrapped for 24 hours. I didn't say where he scrapped. I didn't say what he scrapped. I just said, here's a homeless guy who had just gotten off a 24-hour escapade of scrapping, and they just piled on him. They're like, that bum needs to get a real job. And I'm like, dudes, I didn't tell you anything about what he did. I didn't tell you anything. But all you knew is you didn't like this guy. You didn't like the kind of work he was doing. And all you could say is he is a bum. Just put me in a mood. I think that's the worst part of it. Jesus said it. They were all standing around the woman in the hole where they're going to stone her. Remember this story? You all remember the story. You can't say you never heard this story. If you're an American, you heard this story. And he comes in and he says, those of you who have no sin, cast the first stone. He was having one of those days. It's just one of those days. Jesus is like headbanging to Limp Bizkit. It's just one of those days. It's all about he said, she said. It's just one of those days. He was having one of those days. Then they modified it. I don't know who modified it. They're like, those that live in glass houses, cast the first stone. That one's problematic because people are not very smart and they can't do metaphors. It's because they're like, well, I don't live in a glass house. Oh, you do. That was what he was saying. We all live in glass houses. That's why the Jesus one, the Jesus story is better, because who doesn't sit around on Nextdoor and Facebook casting stones? Who doesn't do it? Just one of those days. It's all about he said, she said. I wanted to name this sermon, You Suck, because I was having one of those days. And then the next day I felt a little better. And I said, okay, maybe I could tone it down a little bit and call it We All Suck. And then by the third day, I came up with the title People Suck, because we can all agree with that. We can all agree that people suck. Can't we? But the problem is, a lot of times we clump people in that we don't like already. So we feed birds, okay? And you always want to see the red birds and the blue birds. There's one time every once in a while we have a yellow bird. Oh, we're like, oh, the yellow bird's back. Ah, it's so great. But you know the birds we don't want to see? The sparrows. They're an invasive species. Let's learn about sparrows. Let's see here. Let's see. Tell me about sparrows in the United States. Okay? All right. Sparrows are a diverse group found throughout the United States. The house sparrow are one of the most common widespread sparrows in North America, found everywhere. They're introduced from Europe in the mid-19th century and have since thrived in urban and rural environments. House sparrows are known for their adaptability, frequenting human habitations, and their aggressive behavior towards other birds. Okay? I knew a lady who found a sparrow nest of eggs and destroyed it. She doesn't like sparrows. I mean, look at them. They're just little brown birds. They look kind of angry. We don't like them. We don't like those sparrows. We want the red birds and the blue birds and the yellow birds. So when you see a sparrow, you're like, ugh, sparrows. Now, you take a sparrow and you trade that for a homeless person or a black person or a Mexican, an illegal immigrant, rapist, murderer, thief. We do it. We don't know anything about them, but we got opinions. Illegal immigrants raping our women, stealing our jobs, murdering our people. No. Statistically, all those stats are coming down as illegal immigrants are going up. It's not statistically true. But that's the messaging. Sparrows. Disgusting, dirty, aggressive birds. Stupid British people for bringing them over. Stupid Republicans. They don't know what's good for them. They're ruining democracy. We're not even going to have any more elections now that if they vote in Donald Trump, he's a megalomaniac with emperor tendencies. Stupid Democrats. Communists. Porous border, no good, American hating, libtards. We take millions of people that we don't know and lump them in to evil categories. I think that's the worst part. That's what I hate the most. And I don't know if you caught what's going on here, but I'm doing it to everybody. Right now. Except I'm doing it one better. You all suck. You all don't deserve to live on earth. But I don't like to put myself in that list. And maybe a couple close friends, maybe my family. It's like Noah. You're like, we're going to take some animals and my family, and you all the rest are going to drown because you all suck. It's a dream. It's a dream come true for Noah. And then he just repopulated the entire earth with his family, I guess. I don't know what he did. And that's probably the most evil of them all. I sometimes blame Jesus. I sometimes do. I sometimes blame Jesus because I think he asked too much. He's like, those without sin cast the first stone. And you know what he was doing? He was dissing. He was throwing shade. He was doing it. And furthermore, you know he said it because he knew there was no change in these people. He knew. He just did it to be hurtful. And he's made us feel guilty ever since. I can't stop, Jesus. Well, you could if you want. Yeah, well, I can't, and I won't. And then I'm like, yeah, and I really suck. And that's where it gets dark. Is that you're like, yeah, I'm a sinner. And that's what Christianity is all about. You suck, and what's worse is God loves you anyways. Did this shit just get unfocused? There we go. It's worse. Because you're like, oh man, God is so good. He loves me even though I suck. It's a terrible message. Because God and Jesus are throwing shade at you. And then in the Protestant world, they're like, but if you bend the knee and promise to love God as the one true God, then he'll forgive you and you can come to heaven. But you still suck. Oh, I know, I still suck. I'm not loving that message these days. I'm not loving it. Because it kind of gives us permission to throw shade at other people. And I see it all the time with Christians. I see them out there on the corners of ball games and down, you're a sinner. You're going to hell. Why don't you shut the fuck up, motherfucker? Maybe you're going to hell. Maybe you're the one that's doing the evil. Have you thought about it? Maybe you, by standing there with your bullhorn, chastising us, You're the one that sucks. Because I guarantee you one thing, you suck too. I guarantee I can find probably 5 things in 10 minutes having a conversation with you of how much you suck. Do you know the app Grindr? It's for gay men. It crashed during the Republican National Convention. There's so many gay men at the Republican National Convention, it crashed Grindr. That right there sucks. Gay people are evil, except when I do it. I love that gay sex. We are who we are. Okay? Now, I've known for some time that our closest relative is the chimpanzee. Chimpanzees and humans are the only creatures known on Earth that hold a grudge. The only ones. They get pissed, something you stole, and they hold a grudge, and they will come for you. Someday, somehow. But with our big brains, we took it one step farther, and we became spiteful. We did shit just to make you mad, because we don't like you. You didn't do anything to me, but I don't like you. It's who we are. Now, new news is, apparently, we're also really related to the bonobos, which is a very loving group of monkeys. And they just kind of sex it out. Like when they're stressed, they just have sex. Just sex with everybody. Just sex. Really great idea. And you can see that in us too. The goodness in humanity is as prevalent. Well, yeah, I don't know. I can't quantify that. It's definitely there. I think our leaders typically are not good people. They're power mongers who are playing the Game of Thrones and love to just kill and murder people with their armies of people. It's what's fun to do. Very natural as well. You'd do it too. Don't think you wouldn't. Don't think you're better than them. You're not. I'm not. What are you going to do? You become president of the United States by some sheer luck? You're not going to wield that power in powerful ways? My friend is an immigrant from Cuba. It's a very, very poor country, he says. He says he doesn't even know how it's going to survive much longer because there's just no money. But the leaders live in mansions. The former revolutionaries who were there to liberate the people. You know the first thing they did? Took away their guns. Duh. There'll be no more liberation anymore. We liberated you. And now you starve in the streets. This guy's dad was in the military, was very proud to be in the military. He was homeless part of his life. They don't care about the veterans either. In America or in Cuba. It's just being human. Okay? That's been my message for homeless people. dude, don't listen to how other people tell you to live your life. You live your life the way you want to live your life. Now, are you happy or not happy? Or is happiness not what you want? What do you want in life? And are you getting it? I talk to him a lot about freedom. I'm like, do you know how free you are? No bills, no walls, no jobs, just hanging out, talking to your friends all day, going to the free meals. For want of nothing, really? Not happy. We want what we don't have. All of us want what we don't have. It's very human. It's fine. If it really bothers you, try to get it. But you probably won't because you're not very ambitious. You're just going to sit around and complain. Like everybody. We're all the same. That's the message. We are all the same. And when you realize that, then you just got to let it go. We are much closer to being sparrows than we are robins or blue jays or whatever yellow birds those are called. This is us. Brought in by the Europeans, dominating, aggressive to other species. We're the sparrows of the animal kingdom. It's fine. It's fine. When you're at your best, try to be nice if you can, because you're also a bonobo monkey. Maybe have more sex. I like to take naps. If I'm cranky, like a little baby, I like to take a nap. I took several naps this weekend. I feel much better. I'm not all upset because of stuff I read on Reddit. You know what would help me? Stop reading Reddit. Yeah, I know. People suck. We get it. Hey, Second Chance Village. It seems like most people want more of what we already have. Only some want changes. Yes. That's right, my brother. We just want more of what we have. We don't even want different. We just want more of the current thing. Exactly. It's all okay. You're probably not going to be able to change your fundamental drives. You're just a clever monkey, okay? You're okay. The reason the Christians can chastise you about being an evil sinner is because you're an evil sinner. And then they get off feeling more righteous than you, which they shouldn't, because they're just as bad, if not worse, because they can't even look inward. If they really wanted to do some work, they would shut up and get to work on themselves, but they don't. It's just easy to point fingers, call people names, yell about how they're going to hell and I'm going to heaven. That's what they're saying. I'm better than you. You're worse than me. They love it. And they're okay too. They're just clever little monkeys, okay? They're not as enlightened as they like to think they are. I don't even know if they know the word. They've never even thought about being enlightened. They read, somebody just told them, they probably didn't even really read it that thoroughly, that Jesus says, bend the knee, declare eternal commitment to me as the only God, and then you get to go into heaven. Because we all know you ain't going to do any good work because you're just a clever little monkey. You're not anything good. You're going to be human. Eventually, we come to the realization that all people suck. We are deeply, deeply flawed. But we also do good things. And we can also be nice. And we can also be creative. And we take pride in being part of a team and working together. We're just animals. Clever little animals. Let it go. And when you make mistakes and you yell at somebody else, or you genocide an entire country like the Israelis are doing right now, other people should step in and be like, hey, Israel, I don't know if you recall, but I don't know, 60 so years ago, this was kind of happening to you. But that's cool. I don't expect you to remember that because you're just a clever little monkey. But we're going to stop that right now. No, I know that makes you mad. And we're going to get Hamas. We're going to get them out because they were wrong too. Okay? You're like, it's okay. It's okay. I would have been mad too. I would have done exactly what you've done. But we're going to stop that now. And you're going to go back to your room and you're going to take a time out. And Hamas, you can't play in this playground anymore. You death to Israel too many times. And it's bothersome. So your little group has to come down. Like, you can't be in that club anymore. Hamas club. No more Hamas club. Okay, and the really powerful people, we got to do something special with you because you'll just start Hamas part 2. You're too clever. You're too smart. Okay, very good. Very good achieving things. I'm very proud of you for achieving as much as you've achieved. Wonderful, wonderful work, but it's too much. You went too far. You took it too far. And so we're going to maybe have to kill you. Nothing personal. It's nothing personal. I'd send you away to another country, but you'll just start up again. You're too good. You're too powerful. I'm sorry, but people they'll worship you. They'll write books about you. It's okay. It's okay. You've done enough. You've proven yourself enough. People remember you. Now you're going to have to, I'm sorry, you're going to have to die. It's just, I don't know what else to do with you. I don't know what else to do with you. But all you other followers, you're just going to get a new group. They're going to be a little less death to Israel-y. That's gonna stop. We're going to stop doing that because that's not good. No. No more death to Israel. I know it's problematic. I know. You don't have to tell me. I get it. I totally understand why you're upset. Yes. In Israel, I know why you're upset. Death to Israel. I get it. Yes. Everybody cool. We're going to have some more adults come in the room, I think. And we're going to just keep you guys separated. We're going to make a wall. Sometimes we make walls. Sometimes we tear down walls. It depends on, how you guys are feeling. I think this could be wall time. Might need a wall. Maybe. I don't know. We can talk about it. Whatever is best. Bigger wall. I don't know. But you guys are going to stay over here. And you guys are going to stay over here. Okay? And everybody's going to just take a breather. Just take a breather. It's going to be okay. Mr. Netanyahu, you got to go. We're not going to kill you because we'll give you a palace somewhere or something. You got to go. Okay. And we're going to put some new people in, a little chiller people, a little more chill. And we're going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay. But no. You did nothing wrong. None of you did anything wrong. You did exactly what you should have done given the circumstances. It's very problematic. I totally get it. See? We got to, because then they feel heard. Everybody feels hurt. But instead, it's all like, you're bad. No, you're bad. No, you're bad. No, you're bad. And that's what we do. And then crazy little clever monkeys are doing that. And then it just gets the monkeys going, and it raises the tension with all the crazy clever monkeys. It makes it worse. But it's understandable because we're just little monkeys. We can't figure out de-escalation. We can't really internalize de-escalation. It's just not who we are in our monkey brains. We don't de-escalate well. We talk about it. We talk about not throwing the third stone. We talk about it. We can't really do it. We just can't. We can't. But every once in a while, an adult can step in the room and be like, okay, calm down, monkey. Calm down. You go over there. You go over there. Just eat a banana or something, or just have more sex. Just chill. Okay? Acceptance, people. Of course we can't do these things. It's in our nature not to. And it's okay. When you can be your better self, smile and say hello to somebody, draw a picture, write a song, watch a good movie, go to a museum, sit in a park, eat some pizza. Just relax and be thankful when you're relaxed. Okay? We're all okay. Everything is okay. We're not bad. People don't suck. Okay? But when you feel that way, that's also understandable because it's easy for our big brains to see very easily how you could get in that little mindset of a trap that we all suck. But when you're well fed, relaxed, you can also see the beautiful things that we've done. The art we've created, the music we've created, people doing kind things for strangers. It's beautiful too. Okay? Just acceptance. We're all okay. We're all going to heaven. God loves us all. He's totally cool with it, and he's not upset at us. And he's not a he, and he's not in the clouds. It's the universe. It's the pulse. We're all in the pulse, and we're all going to go back to the pulse, and everything will be okay, and everything is okay. All right? I love you. You have a wonderful day. I hope you have something tasty to eat, and you have a nice conversation with someone, and you get to smile a little bit because something nice happened to you today, okay? I love you. I love you. I love you.